Welcome back. A professor at the University of KwaZulu-Natal has been awarded the Maria Duran Medal for 2021. The medal is given to female leaders in dermatology who have contributed to the treatment of women and children. Professor Ncoza Dlova's research focuses on ethnic skin and hair pigmentation disorders and HIV as well as skin. In 2019, she and her colleagues identified a gene that is the major cause of hair loss among African women. So for more on this finding, we're joined now by the professor, Ncoza Dlova, the Dean and Head of School of Clinical Medicine from UKZN. Prof, thank you so much for joining us this evening. First of all, congratulations to you for being counted amongst the first. As a black woman, having been recognized for this medal, how significant is it?
Yeah, thanks, Faith, and thanks for inviting me. Yeah, I think it's a great accolade for myself personally, as well as for my institution, as well as for South Africa and Africa at large, because I think the first awardee of this medal from Africa. So I'm really grateful to each of my colleagues, patients, family, for helping me reach a stage where, you know, I can proudly hold up the Maria Duran Medal as a mark of my academic achievements, something that I would not have been able to achieve without the support of the South Africans, my colleagues, my researchers, my family, and my patients.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what you got awarded for. What is this medal for?
Well, this medal, one gets it by a nomination and the contribution that one has made in dermatology. So Maria Duran is a female dermatologist from Colombia who dedicated her work to in dermatology in helping women and children, and has really made a lot of strides in making a difference in Colombia and globally. So I think for me, one of the stuff that I've actually worked on and achieved, which my colleagues recognized, was firstly, you know, it almost feels like I'm always the first, you know, in every attempt that I make in the different portfolios. But again, I think being the first really comes with a social and political responsibility, where one has to try and embrace the position as well as mentor a number of young dermatologists. So firstly, as a first dermatologist here in KZN and second female in South Africa, I think I've mentored more than 40 dermatologists, and about 6 or 9 of them are actually leading their own institutions and have started their own dermatology departments in South Africa. Secondly, I think it was also for the discovery of the gene, which I worked with my collaborators to find and try and identify the cause of central centrifugal cicatricial alopecia, which is one of the commonest causes of hair loss, of permanent hair loss amongst African women. Then I've also been very in terms of community education, consumer education, trying to stop the scourge of skin bleaching in South Africa. And I've done work amongst South African blacks, Africans and Indians to try and find out why do they use skin bleaching creams, which cause a lot of havoc on the skin and irreversible complications. And I've also been active in starting a support group for albinism society, supporting them from our institution, as well as patients with eczema and psoriasis. So a number of initiatives, and I'm involved in a number of international and local society. I was also involved in establishing the African Women's Dermatology Society in South Africa, of which I'm the current president. And I'm also actively instrumental in starting and establishing the African Society of Dermatology and Venereology, because Africa did not have a society. There was a society, but it was actually defunct. And we started a society called African Society of Dermatology and Venereology. There's a lot of other things, and also I was nominated as the African in the American Dermatology Association. It's almost like I have to read my CV to answer your question.
And you know what? It's good that you're reading your CV and you're reciting this for us, Prof, because we often speak about role models, but we don't put enough spotlight on people that have made significant contributions to science, to medicine, to even the betterment of our lives. So being able to put you on this platform and recognize you for the work that you've been doing is, one might say, you know, it's been a long time coming, really. So again, you know, when you've just reading these accolades as you're going through the work that you've dedicated over the years, those individuals that have looked up to you, those individuals that are passing on, are carrying on the baton that you've now given to them, How would you encourage them to stay put and stay on course, particularly during a time of much uncertainty? We are in the midst of a pandemic and many of us feel a little bit despondent. How would you advise those people who are now having to carry on that baton?
Yeah, sure. I think I would say, one needs the tenacity. You need to believe in yourself. Do not allow people to undermine you or underrate what you are capable for. Some people will be looking for excellence, but I always look for potential. Yes, excellence is great, but we also have to look for potential in the people that we nurture and find people who can support you and people who believe in you. And we need not quit. There's been many challenges for me, from medical student to registrar, but I think I didn't give up because I believed in myself. And I think we are worth it, and there's a lot of potential within us, be it women or black people or any group really that is disadvantaged. And I think those who are in powerful leadership positions, they really have to speak for the voiceless and be a voice for the voiceless and try and make a difference. I think the leadership positions that we hold, it's not, for the sake of the position. We need to be servant leaders and seek to find what can we do to make a difference. And we need to work hard. These things don't come easy. We persist. We need to find ways of getting people who can support you. I mean, when I was training and also as a registrar, I didn't have mentors. It was very difficult and challenging. However, I did not give up. But I knew that one day, despite of the challenges that I went through as a registrar or as a consultant or medical student, I vowed to myself that I would never subject anyone to what I went through. So the tendency is for people to repeat bad experiences that they have gone through in life. But I think we need to look at the positive side of it and say, you know what, this is what was a challenge when I was training. I'm not going to allow this to happen. I'm going to be a different person. I want to epitomize the people who are bringing up change. They're progressive. They want to embrace. And we want the younger people to be better than us, We can just believe in ourselves and believe that we want to groom people who are better than us. And life is about challenges. It is about challenges. Today you are laughing, tomorrow you are crying. So that's just how it is. COVID now, but again, there are people who are complaining about COVID and challenges that has come up. Yes, COVID has come up with challenges, but focus on the positives that COVID has brought to your life, whether it is your personal life, it brought you closer to your family, whether it is with a colleague, but surely there is something positive in anything in life that you can look at instead of focusing.
Well, Prof, thank you so much for not giving up, and we'll leave it there for this evening. But thank you once again, and congratulations on your award. That is Professor Ncoza Dlova, the Dean and Head of School of Clinical Medicine from the University of KwaZulu-Natal.